Welcome to lesson 3 of module 5, where we're looking at ad insertions. I'll explain what they are in a moment. But first, just a quick refresh. In the last session, we looked at how to write a killer ad and structure it to get the maximum impact in AdWords. We're going to enhance it now with these advanced flourishes that the vast majority of competitors, 99% of them, just won't know about. So we're going to do something starting off with what's called dynamic keyword insertion, DKI. If you hear about DKI, it's dynamic keyword insertion. We're going to use our keyword in the ad copy. Okay, what does that mean? It means if we have a keyword in our ad group, such as dental implants, then when a user searches, if that keyword triggers our ad, that keyword will be shown in the ad copy wherever we've used this indicator for DKI. However, because we only have 25 characters in our headline and 35 characters in our description, if that keyword insertion would cause the ad element, the headline or the display, to be too long, then it uses some fallback text instead that we can specify. So why do people use dynamic keyword insertion? Well, they use it primarily for relevance, because we know we're trying to create a relevance process from the person doing the search to the ad that shows up to the landing page. By doing this, we can guarantee that providing the keyword is within our character limit, there is a direct link between the keyword typed in by the user and the ad copy that they see, so it can increase relevancy. There is two risks to it, one of which is shown on screen. So the first risk is you get a gibberish ad, one that is nonsense because you haven't thought it through properly when you wrote the ad copy. The other risk is that it makes a really boring ad. If you have 5 advertisers all using dynamic keyword insertion, everybody's ad looks the same. And I see this sometimes where some markets where it's used often because you've got some big advertisers who really know their stuff. And they've got 5 ads and they all look identical. Remember what we've said all along, we want to stand out from the crowd. DKI does not always let us stand out from the crowd. So for that reason, we need to be cautious with it as well. So here's how it looks when we actually write an ad. We do it this way. We put in curly brackets keyword. Notice that W is capital as well as the K. That's because when that ad appears in the text, the fallback text is both capitalized as well. If we just wanted to capitalize the first word of the keyword, we wouldn't capitalize the W in word. So for example here, if the keyword is roof repair, a good headline might be discount roof repair, where roof repair is the keyword that's been placed dynamically. But by the same token, a bad headline, if we're not thought it through properly, leaking roof repair makes no sense, but could be a keyword that's triggered that ad. And again, we've inserted words here that just don't work. Now we can use this anywhere in the ad copy. Obviously, if you're using it in description lines and those kind of places where you can use more words, you need to be careful about how you do it. You also need to know that AdWords policies still apply. Just because a word is inserted dynamically does not mean it is any less subject to AdWords policies than if you'd put it in there manually yourself, particularly around things like trademarks. Be really careful if you're in a market where trademarks represent lots of searches, because you will need to make sure you don't use dynamic ads. Otherwise, before you know it, your ads are showing your competitor's trademark brand name and you're getting a cease and desist letter through the post. Not a fun place to be. So I'm just going to show you quickly in the interface how to do this. If we come into ads, we click on the red button as always for a new ad. I'm just going to show you how to do it. I'm not going to do a particular example. As you can see here, they've done an example of New York budget hotel. Well, let's follow the theme that we have here. So imagine that we had the keyword hotel and we were bidding in multiple cities. We might have New York, might have Los Angeles, and so on and so forth. We would put in here keyword, and you can see it's helpfully brought up the builder for us now, colon, and we can either type it in here, the default text, or we can put it up here. And we will put New York. So that will use New York Hotel. Let's even change that. Let's put 5-star hotel. What will happen is, if somebody then puts New York as their search term, that will show the word New York. If they put New York Airport Hotel, it will show up because we have space. We have 8 characters left that will fit the word airport in, and this ad will then read New York Airport 5-star hotel. On the other hand, if somebody searches for LaGuardia Airport New York 5-star hotel, then the word New York will show up because LaGuardia, etc., is clearly too long to fit into our 25 characters. So that's how it works. We can use it here. I could just as easily use it in here. I could put in there we go. We can put it in there as well. Oops. So you get the idea. It's really flexible. It can go in the URL. It can go in the description line. It can go anywhere we like in our ad. So if you think that's appropriate for your business, and give it some thought first, don't just assume that it is, then it's really worth testing using it. So create some sample ads for your business that use dynamic keyword insertion and run them and see what happens, and we'll compare the performance to others as we go through the optimization process. Bye for now.